Marvel Rivals rank has to be one of the most frustrating rank systems I have ever competed in, and it's even worse as a solo player. So I decided to come out with a list for the best, most high impactful characters while playing solo for your role. So let's hop into it. Starting out with the tank role, this should be a no-brainer, but we have to have Groot. Groot is a character that has received kind of little no nerfs or just a little bit of nerfs over the past few seasons, but he is still a heavy solid pick, especially in some maps with the tight choke points. A lot of people are not going the right characters to deal with his walls. He has high kill potential with his ult. He has great close off ability to stop the enemy tanks from getting heals. And he can just isolate people so much. He controls the game. And I'm honestly surprised a lot more people are not picking him. The only discretion I would have as playing as Groot is just be a little bit careful when you're playing on domination maps, as the choke points and the openness kind of leaves him in a vulnerable state. But when it comes to any of those other maps with choke points, run wild with them. Now next for the tank role, we got my personal favorite anytime I need to fill, Emma Frost. She is just too good in so many situations. Whether it's choke, whether it's blocking off heals with her shield, whether it's going back or stopping a flank, whether it's just all around brawling and just pushing the front line, she has a lot of value. She did receive some nerf to her damage this season, but also a buff to her ultimate, which you'll be seeing her ultimate a lot faster. She's just overall the best. And honestly, she's probably one of the most tanks to get banned the higher you climb. So if you're in that area where you do not see bans, pick her up. You can go so far if you become an Emma Lord player. Last but not least, you can't do a solo ranked list. Characters, and you cannot mention Magneto, has one of the highest potentials on controlling a game. His ultimate, still kill support ultimates. He has one of the highest survivabilities. He can help teammates survive a tough situation with his own personal bubble. His damage is still the best. It's a little hard and tricky to learn and get down with his autos, but overall Magneto just does it all. You can't go wrong with him. He was probably one of the highest played tanks last season and still had above a 50% win rate. He's a character you could be damn near playing in any meta and still make it work. He's just good. Mwah. Honestly, if you're a tank player, you need to have a Magneto in your kit. Starting us out with support, we have Mantis. She just got so much better this season with the increase to her healing and her ultimate just becoming way better. Now, it's going to take some time, and I know I'm going to win some people over, but you're not going to see too many Mantis in your game because they're just not used. I practice on Mantis a lot beforehand, like I almost have her Lord, like the rank before it, and seeing this buff has done her amazing numbers. I think when the first day of the season, I had nothing but wins with her. She's just insanely good. Her heals, my healing per minute is like what, 18,000? I'm almost getting 20,000 healing per minute with Mantis. She's crazy, and her kill potential is probably some amongst the highest amongst DBS, probably second or third to like Luna and Ultron. And if you can get your own pick as Mantis, or just even win some duels, or get to sleep in the backline against some divers, you're golden, man. You're just golden. But next on the list, speaking of Luna, we have Luna. Her kill potential, like I said, amongst the highest. Her healing output, also crazy, and her ultimate is one of the hardest to deny in this game, right? And it's still like 12 seconds, I think the longest lasting support ult. You cannot go wrong with Luna. Now, there is a good skill you need to play Luna, but if you get that skill down, she's one of the best support, and probably the best support this season. I am very frustrated playing this season and seeing a lot of the support players not pick up Luna. I'm like, bro, she's so good. She has great killing potential. She has great AoE healing. Her ultimate is easy to build. Her ultimate lasts long. She just has a lot of things going for her, and not to mention her freeze as well. You can stop like a lot of good ultimates with that. Luna is like the embodiment of like a solo carry support that probably doesn't get that much praise, but if I had to main support, that's the character I main. Last but not least for the support, we got Loki. This guy is still like by far the end-all best support overall in the game. His ultimate, I think, builds faster than like most support ultimates, and he can use stuff like Luna. His ultimate, if there is a Luna in play, he can hold off chokes. We've taken the high ground with a bunch of his clones. His shift, also a great ability that can deny a lot of, like, the reason you don't see that much Psylocke that much lately is because of Loki players. Like, Loki has became such a good support that the more Lokis, the less you're going to see Psylocke. He just does it all. Now, the only problem you might have this season with playing Loki might be Jean and her ultimate taking out your clones. But unlike other characters who have those abilities, he gets his clones pretty back fast, right? Like, the reason I don't have Rocket on this list is because his ultimate's countered by Jean, and Jeans are just running amok, right? But not only just his ultimate, but Jean's ultimate goes through walls. So Rocket's res would also be taken out, and that also takes a long time to get back. Loki probably suffers the least out of summons when it comes to surviving against Jean Grey. Not to mention his damage output, not to mention his teleport, not to mention his invisibility. Like, Loki just got it going. He can survive, he can do damage, he can heal, he can do it all. But like I said for Luna, he is going to take a little bit of skill. So don't be surprised you're not carrying your first game with you. Now, since DPS also does have a huge character pool, we're going to have a honorable mention / these characters are always banned. So we have 2 characters for this. We have Black Panther and Wolverine. These characters are banned out the wazoo. Now, if you're listening to this and you're not in the area where bans are acceptable yet, that's fine. Learn Black Panther while you're down there, or maybe learn Wolverine. But I'm going to let you know, for someone right now who's playing in the top, like 0.8% of players, like Diamond 1 to GM range right now in this season, BP and Punisher, or not BP, BP and Wolverine are like almost banned consistently every game for good reasons. Wolverine has a broken bug right now where he has infinite berserk stage, which I'm surprised hasn't been like patched out the game already. And then the same thing goes for Black Panther. Not no bug or anything, but he just blows people up. And then your supports don't know what they're doing. And sorry, support mains, some of y'all are boosted in the higher yields, some of y'all are boosted, but man, Bleepy will blow your ankles off. And I'm not telling you that you shouldn't want to deal with that either. The character's broken, and not to be like against all those people who said, oh, BP's not that broken, he needs a buff. All those people you see on Instagram Reels and stuff like that. Listen, he had one of the, I think he was the highest win rate character on DPS, or like one of the most. So like, he's obviously not weak by any means. Next for the DPS, this might be a surprise to some of you, but this guy had one of the highest win rates last season, and even with a nerf, he is still really good. Punisher. Punisher kind of does it all with the consistent damage in the front line, to holding choke points with his turret, to his ultimate, consistently wiping teams. Now, you do got to be smart in the way you use these things, but he just puts out the damage. He just does a lot. He can melt tanks with the shotgun. He makes people like Groot obsolete, but I don't see that many Punisher players. I just don't see them, right? Like, a lot more people are running Thing this season too, so he's also good against Sting. He's also good at tearing down shields against people like Strange. The only time he suffers is against a really good Magneto player, but even then, if you have a Magneto player of your own who's willing to bubble you during your ult, it kind of doesn't matter. One tip I do recommend for Punisher players, aim at head height, because you'll be surprised at how much damage you do at head height. Like the crits, perfect. Next for the DPS characters, we got a character that you have to mention in kind of any climbing journey in solo, and that is Bucky. He has a lot of sustain, with each ability giving him shields, and not to mention the buff he got last season, I think 2.5, where he got an extra charge on his E, which also reloads his gun and gives him more shields. Not to mention his execute. That execute did receive a nerf in the past, but with a lot more ultimates coming out in this game that seem to apply more damage, it's easier if you combo with it, right? Like Jean and Bucky, great combo. Bucky and Mag, great combo, right? Any damage boost and Bucky, great combo, you know? So you just got to be a little bit smarter with how you use Bucky ult, but he just kind of does it all. He has great damage potential too up close. He can easily combo or burst someone down if they get him like a headshot and a few bodies. If you're a DPS player and you don't want to focus too much on aim, like tracking with Punisher, or maybe, you know, hit scan, headshots with Hela, Bucky's kind of the nice in between where you can get a lot of that value without spending like 100 hours on aim labs or Kovacs. But that's going to do it for my solo ranked list for all the roles. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys pull something from it. I probably will update this at the mid-season patch notes, but for right now, this is what we got. I feel really comfortable in my selection because I have put like I think over 100 games in the season. I know, don't question, okay? Don't question. I know a lot of games, okay? But with that being said, if you guys enjoyed the video or if you want to ask me any more questions, I'm also live over at Twitch sometimes. Go check that out. Shoot me a follow. But yeah, with all that out the way, hope y'all have a good, wonderful rest of your day.